So this woman here is being hit with a $63 fee by UPS, the driver, as he arrives to deliver her packages at the door, and he's telling her she can't have the package unless she pays the fee. Apparently it's true. You can be directly taxed by UPS for ordering packages from overseas, and they will withhold the package from you upon delivery.
They're like, oh, hello, yes, we can't deliver it to the US unless you pay $104 fee for it. And she said an impact fee. And I was like, what is that? I said, like the tariffs? She's like, yes.
I paid $279 for a perfume, and UPS charged me another $182 Canadian just to receive it.
Americans are getting surprise charges on their packages, and some of these charges are more expensive than the items that they ordered. So this is what is happening. People are ordering items from overseas, paying for their shipping and handling fees and thinking that's it, right? And then once the item is being delivered, they are being hit with extra fees, extra taxes, tariffs, or carrier fees, import fees, a lot of charges, and people are not happy about it. So I'm just going to show you a few videos. This woman here is being hit with a $63 fee by UPS, the driver, as he arrives to deliver her packages at the door, and he's telling her she can't have the package unless she pays the fee. Apparently it's true. You can be directly taxed by UPS for ordering packages from overseas, and they will withhold the package from you upon delivery. The government basically eliminated the de minimis rule, which used to let packages under $800 come in overseas duty-free, meaning without any sort of tax. That's all gone now. So every international package that you purchase is subject to a duties and tax. UPS will pay the fee for you up front just to clear the package, and then bills the customer thereafter, either online or at the actual door, where you have to pay the UPS driver to get your package. So if you didn't pay it beforehand, you can expect to pay even more fees on top of the fees. Probably an extra $12 surplus charge for paying at the door. So the woman getting hit with the $63 charge at the door is exactly what's happening to people everywhere right now. This is obviously all due to the tariffs, but what do you guys think about this?
If I don't have a check for $63, I can't get my packages?
Correct.
When did this start? Because I don't have checks, I only have a credit card. Can you take a credit card?
We don't take that.
So I ordered something, and if I don't have a check for $63, I can't receive it because of tariffs. This is wild.
I know. It is wild, and I'm sorry.
So what do you do with my packages? So I would have to go to the bank, and I have to
hold them for 3 days.
Let me go see if my mom.
You get 3 attempts.
I don't use checks anymore. I use credit card and Apple Pay. Hold on, let me go look for a check. Hold on. I got no checks. So what do? I got to go get a check from the bank, and you'll come back tomorrow?
Yeah, you can get a certified check made out to UPS.
Like a cashier's check?
Yeah.
And what?
Look at his feet.
And this is tariffs?
Yeah. Anything like.
Why aren't they telling us about it?
I have no clue. I hate even asking people.
Yeah, no, I can imagine.
It's annoying.
He told me that I needed to have a check for $63, and I haven't gone to the bank yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want us to come back tomorrow?
What can I do it online? People are telling me that I can pay it online. 'Cause it's like, is it for tariffs or is it?
I'm assuming it's for tariffs.
Because people are saying it's cash on delivery, but I don't think it is. I checked my emails.
Yeah, it's not a COD.
It's not, right? Stop, Poco. Sit down. Get inside. So it is tariffs?
That's what I would assume, yes.
I thought Donald Trump made them responsible for paying it, not us.
I have no idea. When I scanned it,
Stop,
it was
Poco.
6301.
Okay, can I pay it online?
You should be able to, I would think.
Where do I go? Just UPS.com?
Yes.
What do I put in?
That I don't know. I know you can get the UPS My Choice app.
Okay. Because I ordered a bunch of stuff from overseas, like a whole bunch of art. This is all art. It's going to come from Germany. People are saying it's COD. It's not
COD. Correct.
So the only thing it can be is a tariff?
That's the only other. I think that's the only other thing it could be.
Because I've never incurred this, and I don't have checks.
I've had a few other places that have had this issue, and some pay it, some say I don't want it, and they send it back.
So I ordered 2 items from my favorite jewelry store based in Spain, and this morning I got hit with this email. Just a little bit of context, shipping was already paid for, and I've ordered countless times from them without having any issues. This is my first time being charged this much for tariffs or import fees. And I get why they exist, but this feels a little excessive.
I can't even believe this is happening right now. This is crazy. So I ordered my husband a gift. He really wanted it. I was like, okay, I'll buy it for you. Mind you, it's $300, so you can get the stint of what's going on. I check it today and it's like failure to deliver to the US. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? I call the shipment that is shipping it. I call them. They're like, oh, hello, yes, we can't deliver it to the US unless you pay $104 fee for it. And she said an impact fee. And I was like, what is that? I said, like the tariffs? She was like, yes, it's a tariff fee. She said something. She was going on about the whole Trump administration. This is what she's saying. She said under the new Trump administration law or something she was saying, she said the tariffs now are $104 to get your stuff delivered. I was like, it was already $300. I already paid, plus delivery. I already paid delivery. And now they're like, well, to get it is $104. And I was like, no, I'm not doing it. And then she was like, well, if you want your money back, you're going to have to call them and you're going to have to deal with them. It's up to them to give you your money back or not. But if I don't receive the package, I think I should get it back. So tomorrow I'm going to call them and see what they say. I think they should waive it because paying $104 just to get something over here is crazy. On top of $300. That's just crazy. I'm not doing it. I feel bad because I really wanted to get this for him, but I'm not doing it. That's Canada and US, I don't know what's going on. They need to figure it out.
I need some advice here. So I ordered this skirt a couple days ago, and this was the total cost that I got. $118, $9 for shipping, right? Why on God's green earth did I just get an email from UPS saying that I owe $53.14 in import fees? I mean, that's like half the total cost of the entire package. And this was never communicated to me when I made the purchase. I've already made it, it's left my account, and now I'm being told I'm being charged another $53. I mean, hello? So I got on the phone with UPS and they're like, yeah, it's a tariff fee, we're sorry. I'm like, well then return the package. Like, I don't want it. They're like, well, our billing department's closed. You can call them tomorrow. Anyway, do you guys happen to know a way around this? Or if there is one? I mean, my God, this is just ridiculous. I thought tariffs were going to be like a certain small percentage of the total cost. I didn't think it would be half. I mean, oh my God, what are we doing?
I paid $279 for a perfume, and UPS charged me another $182 Canadian just to receive it. Okay, I just want to vent for a moment, and I'm curious if any other Canadians and any other collectors who order across borders experienced this too. I ordered this fragrance internationally for $279 US. But when it arrived in Canada, UPS sent me import charges of $182.99 Canadian. So I looked at the breakdown. About 86 is government taxes and duties, which I understand, that's part of importing. But then there's $96 in brokerage fees from UPS. Almost $100 just for the courier company to process the package through customs. And here's the part that really makes me pause. The shipper already paid UPS to ship the package in the first place. So the carrier is essentially collecting fees on both sides of the transaction. I want to ask, how are large carrier corporations like UPS and other carriers allowed to charge brokerage fees this high on top of duties and taxes we already pay? For fragrance collectors and content creators, many niche houses don't distribute in Canada, so ordering internationally is the only way we experience certain fragrances and support those brands, which is really important. I do want to acknowledge something. Fragrance is a luxury, and being able to buy perfume is a privilege, especially with everything happening in the world right now. But fragrance is also one of the things that brings me joy. It's a small way I take my mind off the negativity in the world and enjoy something beautiful. But when fees like this keep stacking up, it really feels like the consumer is the one that's being taken advantage of. I genuinely wonder, when does it end? So I'm curious. Other Canadians, other creators who order across borders, are you seeing brokerage charges like this too?
Did you guys see the story on the Today Show yesterday about the lady who bought $431 from the French pharmacy in France? When it was delivered, the UPS driver said, okay, you now owe $653 in tariffs. She's like, that's not correct because I planned on paying the 15% tariff. And that's what she thought he was going to collect at the time. But oh no, he's like, there's an aluminum tariff, there's this tariff. So she rejected the package. She's like, take it. I don't want it. I'll deal with French Pharmacy later. Then after he left with her French Pharmacy purchase that she paid for, she called UPS and she's like, you guys charged me a 200%. And I was only expected to pay 15%. And they told her that no, the fine print says that they will be responsible for all the tariffs. So she rejected it and she was going to take it up with the French Pharmacy. And then the next month, she was being a threat to send to collections because she hasn't paid the $600. She's like, I didn't even take the product. And they're like, it doesn't matter. You are responsible once it hits the UPS's truck to pay that tariff because they've carried it. So a long story short is be very careful when you're purchasing this year if you are buying from another country, because check the tariffs. And then the thing she said to really check for is in the fine print, it should say DDP. And what that means is all the fees are included, so you're not going to be hit with an extra one. So if you are buying something international, look for the DDP and you should be good. But really keep an eye out, you guys. This was a wake-up call, and I was like, oh my gosh, have I ordered anything from across the country? Because I want to cancel it if I have, but there's a piece of advice for you. And don't forget, life's meant to be lived.
I'm really starting to feel like these new U.S. tariffs, especially the end of the de minimis exemption, is just a money-making venture for a lot of the shipping companies. So I get quite a bit of shipments, especially from the EU. And so before, it wasn't a big deal because they were all under $800. So de minimis exemption, I didn't have to pay tariffs on any of them. Now I do, which, okay, fine. I'm accepting that. I understand. But there's two things with the shipping companies that's just like kind of ridiculous. So first of all, I'm getting charged the 15% tariff, but then UPS is charging a $14 processing fee to collect that tariff, and DHL is, I think, $17. Anyway, they're both around there. Fine. Okay. Sometimes I will get emailed a link to pay the tariff before my shipment is delivered. I'll go on there, pay the link. Fine. I pay it before my package is even delivered. Sometimes I think maybe if the company doesn't provide them with my email address, like I can't pay it. So I'll get my package, and then later in the mail, I will get an invoice saying this is the tariff and still the $14 or $17 processing fee you have to pay us as the shipping company, which again, fine. But the thing that I've started to notice is that if I get it in the mail, this most recent one I got had an invoice date of February 2nd, and this one has a payment date of February 13th, which is tomorrow, and I just got it today. So they're essentially giving me an 11-day time frame to pay it, and that doesn't include the time it takes for them to mail the letter. And what's even more ridiculous about this is you could say like, oh, they have to deliver it to your house. They're not even delivering it to my house. They have a UPS mailbox. So UPS is taking, I don't know, 9 days from when they invoice it to when they actually drop it off in my UPS box. So I just picked it up today. So this one is actually for a late fee. So this is why it feels like such a huge racket. And it's like, who's lobbying for these tariffs? Probably these shipping companies. So it's like they invoice me. I pay the invoice directly when I get it, but it's after the due date because they take so long to send it. And then on top of that, I'm getting charged a 10% late fee because, again, I paid it immediately when I got it, but they take so long to ship it. And they have such a short, I feel like there's got to be some sort of consumer protection law where, like, you can't, like, an 11-day payment period is really, really short. They're like, have this program to where it's like they ship it, you get it delivered like the day the due date or maybe the day before. And so if you don't pay it, then they're charging me a 10% fee. And this one, it's $5.10, and that was off of a $51 total invoice amount. But that $51 was, I think, $37 tariff, $14 fee. So it's like they're charging me a late fee on both the tariff and their processing fee. So I'm like, at this point, I'm paying fee upon fee upon fee, and it just seems like a forever cycle. And I don't know. I think the fact that they can charge $14 to $17 as a processing fee to collect a payment is ridiculous. The fact that they can have an 11-day payment period when they're mailing off an invoice seems ridiculous. The fact that they can just arbitrarily charge a 10% late fee, I'm like, I didn't sign up for it. I didn't agree to this. At some point, I kind of wanted to say, like, fine, come pick up your package. Like, I don't even want it. Like, I don't know. This all seems really ridiculous. I don't know. What are you guys going through? Has anybody else experienced this? Does this seem ridiculous to anybody else? Let me know. Let me know. Am I alone in my misery?
Shein and Pretty Little Thing, I have noticed that when you go to their website, or even ASOS, I have noticed that when you go to their website to buy anything, they put it right there for you to see that tariffs and customs and tariffs are all included. So that way, when you buy from said website, when they deliver it to you, you don't have to pay extra fees. But I think a lot of people are getting surprised because they think what they're paying for, you know, they don't have to pay for the customs fees and the tariff fee and all that kind of stuff. Like the seller is going to cover it from their end. The seller is not going to cover it from their end. The law that was in place to protect that from happening, it's no longer a law. You know, so now if you order anything from like eBay or third-party website that is not a website that is not in the United States, you are guaranteed to pay tariffs before you get your package, unless the seller or the website handle all those things at their end. Websites that we used to love, we used to go and we used to buy items from before, because I used to remember before Shein, when you go on their website, you can find stuff for like $1, $2, $5, $10, $20. By now they're like $50, $60, $30, even $100. You know what I mean? That is because they have added all these extra charges, all these fees that you were supposed to pay. You know, you were supposed to pay. They have added all of that and then added it to the price. So you are paying upfront for all of it. You know what I mean? So that's what is happening. So if you go to like a site to buy anything that they are not covering for your tariffs or your import or customs fee, you are responsible to pay for that fee. You know, so I think that's what the confusion is coming in, because people are just confused because they never used to pay tariffs or taxes or carrier fees before, but now we have to. And I think it's also up to us to be informed and educate ourselves about what we are buying. You know, a lot of things have changed. A lot of things have changed. A lot of rules and laws have been rewritten or canceled, or I don't know, but a lot have changed. So it's up to us that if we want to buy something, we have to take the liberty of looking around the website to read their policies to see if that fee is going to be covered on their end, or if you are responsible to cover the fees once your package is being delivered. You know what I mean? So a lot of people are not happy about this whole you paying taxes on delivery time, whatever. I'm not happy about it, but what can we do? You know, you can refuse your package. You know, like some lady refused the package and they are sending her the carrier is sending her to collections. You know what I mean? So it's just, I don't know, it's just really frustrating. But just be mindful when you're buying stuff online now. Just look around to see the website if they will take care of that. If not, you know, you just weigh the pros and cons. If it's worth you buying an item for $100 and getting to pay $80 worth of taxes, is that actually worth it? No, it's not. So yeah, but let me know what you think about this story down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.